welcome back to On the Peg with me, your host, the eyebrow-raising... I'm going to try a new slogan here. The Bearded Toilaholic, also known as Mad Montreal Man. You either love me or hate me, but hey, my name is Joseph, and we're here to talk about, obviously, Green Lanterns today. Or as I said last week, the Green Lantern Palooza! A lot of Green Lanterns to talk about today, including this really vintage old Green Lantern t-shirt. Yeah. It's old. So much to talk about today. So many Green Lanterns. Gotta fix the mic first. There we go. So, I hope you're ready, because we got a few of them today. But we're going to start off with one of the guys who was once considered the greatest Green Lantern of all time. But you know fully well, there's a fall from greatness. And of course, I'm talking about, he was once a Green Lantern, now he's Parallax Sinestro. So what do you say I get my friend, the one and only Dr. Scalpel, and let's get to it. Now, what's just kind of really funny is that we've only had a few other Sinestros before. We had the Sinestro and the variant where, well, we had Sinestro as Green Lantern and Sinestro as Sinestro, the Yellow Lantern. And it's nice to get another one, because this is Parallax. Now, it's fun to look at the Green Lanterns, but I will have a commentary at the end for Mr. McFarlane. Todd, if you're watching this, I've got a commentary for you at the end of wrapping this show up. But there he is. So I'm going to finish taking off all the little plastic things that we know McFarlane likes to use a lot of, and we'll be back after his close-up. Well, I got him out of the box. As you can tell, the card matches the box art. That's pretty typical. Now, one complaint right off the bat. Todd, why'd you give us this? As you saw in the close-up, I used a flying base. It just looks so much better. You know, come on. The other thing is, okay, I know what you're thinking. We got a little Parallax. You know, this way you can parallax. It's just a really badly posed figure. I mean, honestly, I could have done without this, and I had a whole bunch of spare hands. Let me know if you agree. Spare hands, flying base versus this thingy. I mean, you really have to look at it close. I mean, it's detailed, but it's also weirdly positioned with the arms. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Parallax guy. But let's get to it, shall we? And I'm sorry for the coffee. I'm still getting over pneumonia. Now, a couple of really nice things about Sinestro or Parallax here. I like the fact that the ring is obvious. You can see it. You can see the ring. It's so obvious. This is a well-done figure. Let me take him off this thing for a second. And let me kill one of the lights, because I realize it's making it too bright for you to see. Ooh, much better. Okay. Too many lights sometimes. Now, that ring looks so much better because it's actually sculpted on. Not painted. That ring is sculpted on. That is an improvement. The cape's a bit thin. I would have been nice to see a wired cape. That would have been really cool too. But it's a thinner cape, so it doesn't weigh him down too much. Even when I had him on this thing. And you know how I feel about these things. These bases suck. It didn't bother them. But no, this one is one I definitely recommend. I like the fact that it's detailed all around. There's detail everywhere. Oh, yeah, before you go, I know it's a reused body buck. It's the same parallax body as the Al Jordan parallax. They just made a few changes, like, they didn't paint this white. But still, all in yellow. In some ways, this works better than the Al Jordan parallax when I think about it. Just a bit. And I haven't had to say this in a while, but it's going to happen tonight, because as villains go, front of the shelf! I mean, apart from not having a flying base, having this stupid thing and no spare hands or any effects, this is so well done. Reusable body buck, the face sculpt, I don't mind it as much. It's a bit more elongated, because I know I've been told in the past if I were to shave, I could pass for Sinestro. Thank you for noticing the receding hairline. I know. But it's just, front of the shelf Sinestro. This one I recommend. And if you have a couple of spare flying bases, put them on a flying base. It looks so much better. So that's the start of the show. We're starting off with a good one. Yeah. A good one. So, I don't think there's anything I can really do with this thing, though. This frickin'... Yeah, this, I think, in some ways is... It doesn't even wrap around his arm. So, Todd, this was a mistake. Alright, so what do you say we push him off to the side? Oh, yeah, and one more thing. Really? You need all these plastic things for this? Not a happy camper when it comes to that stuff. But let's move on. And of course, this is the Green Lantern I grew up with. Hey, I know you're thinking, Alan Scott, I'm not that old, editor. Okay? My Green Lantern has always been my number one, the greatest Green Lantern of all. Of course, Al Jordan. Now, this is a reused body buck, I know it off the bat, because when I got the 2-pack of him fighting the evil Green Lantern Batman from it's the same body buck. It's the same body buck they've used, I think, for one of the John Stewarts. I don't care. It's Al Jordan. So we're going to get Al freed. Dr. Scalpel time again. And let's take him out. It's kind of interesting how McFarlane Toys picks what figures they're going to do. It is. I like to be in their offices one day to do that. So, what do you say? I'm going to finish getting him out, and we'll be back after Mr. Jordan's close-up. This is probably, the artwork on the card's nice, but it's the shortest description I've seen in a while. I don't normally do this, but I'll read this. Real name, Al Jordan. Years of confronting evil and saving billions of lives have taught that power and will are worthless without empathy and a sense of purpose. Yeah. Who wrote the back of this? It should be Al Jordan, greatest Green Lantern of all time, period. Seriously. Todd, fire that writer. Wow, that one... Not the best description of Al Jordan, I have to say. Now, he does come with a right-hand power punch. I can say it's a right hand because it's hard to make out, but it's supposed to be a boxing glove. There's the thumb. Why? It's not the kind of effect I want. He also came, as you saw in the close-up, with a rocket pack. He's a Green Lantern. He doesn't need a rocket pack to fly. Yeah, it looks good like that. Oh, and also, Todd, 2 in a row. Green Lantern should have flying bases. But let's take a look. Well, the rocket pack is kind of freaking... It's just lame. But let's look at Al, shall we? Now, a couple things I want to talk about. The hair is a bit interesting. And what I mean by that, it's not that it's whooshing to one side. It's whooshing from the back forward to one side. See what I mean? Interesting choice for the hair sculpt. Now, the actual mask sculpt is nice. I like the way the mask is done. It's well done. The details in the armor are nice. It's shiny. I like the shininess. And one great thing as well. Guess what? Todd, that's how you do a Green Lantern. Sculpt it on ring, not paint it on. Yeah, reuse body buck. I don't care. I like it. Now, even though this may be controversial because I don't like the hair going like that, bookend, because you know it has to happen. You know, you have to have him front of the shelf. This is what you need on one side of the shelf. That is front of the shelf material, both of them. Good start to the show today, except for not having any spare hands for either of these guys. Yeah. So let's move on. So we have a choice. Basically, we can do Green Lantern or Tomare Abencer, and I'm probably going to butcher his name, but I will do my best not to do it. Arcus Chamuk, or the Green Man. Who do you want to open up? Well, I got news for you. I'm opening them both up. Let's start off with the one that started it all for Al Jordan, Abencer, Sinestro's former buddy, his former best friend, who for some odd reason flew in a rocket. Yeah. Well, you could also say it's not Abencer, because you could also say it's Amur. What the hell's his name again? Sorry. There's his replacement from that world is Amor-Ra or Amore. I am not too sure what his name was. I'm trying to remember his name. Abencer. Yeah. Abencer. But Abencer could be Abencer. I don't know. But let's continue taking this stuff out of the package, and we'll be back after... Whose close-up do I do? This is one of the ones that Todd did where you have to get 4 of them to get all of them. I only have 2. Hey, but spare hands! Well, I think I'll leave... I don't know. Let's find out. After Dr. Scalpel gets rid of all these little freaking plastic things. Back after close-ups. Take 3. Not a bad card. I remember when this comic book came out. Heck, I have this comic book downstairs. Well, as you saw in the close-up, I went with the purple head. I'm referring to him as Abencer because, to me, Abencer is dead. I'm sorry, it just makes more sense. This is a living Green Lantern, not a dead one. Plus the fact it makes me think more of the costume that Abencer has in his appearances. Now, one thing I will say, before you question me, why did I not go with a close-up of Tomare? The reason is this. The head was stuck in the packaging, so it took a bit while to get it out. The other thing is, too, when I had the head on the body, it seemed too big, first of all. It also had a bit more of a gap in the back, so I wasn't crazy about that. Plus the fact, when I think about him, I think of him as being a lot thinner than this. I might toss in a close-up of him at the end. We'll see. But let's start off with the stuff he comes with. Okay, he comes with the blast effect. Blast effect, good. A small little light effect. In other words, it's a hologram of a guardian. You can't really see it too well, but it is a little guardian talking to him, so he's having a message with the guardian that I now just dropped on the floor somewhere. Let me try that one again. Let me just see if I can maybe get you guys a better... Alright. Let's try this again. Let me back out of the frame here. No, you're not going to see it. It's not even that greatly sculpted. You have, this is what I mean. 2 spare left hands. Even though they're very similar, except for a slight displacement of the thumb, 2 right hands and sculpted rings. You get a pretty good looking shield, decent size too. But one thing I think has really gotten better, Mr. McFarlane, Todd, compliment. This is how you do a Green Lantern battery. Different color light inside. Way to go with the Green Lantern battery. But let's look at Amon-Sur, shall we? Now, it's a body buck we've all seen before, but the nice details in the face, that more serious face, which made me think more Amon-Sur than Abin-Sur. Now, I will say, changing the heads gets some warm water. They're a bit finicky. But overall, I like this guy. Not a bad choice. Now, as you saw in the... I'm not sure if you could see too well in the close-up. The boots were a little bit different. That's okay. They're using a body anyway. Not a bad go. I like him. Now, he's going to fit on the shelf nicely. What I'm going to probably have to do is make a second Green Lantern shelf where I'll put like Kilowog, Amon-Sur, Arcus all together and keep the Earth Green Lanterns a bit separate for obvious reasons. There's a little bit of space alienism going on. What happens in the comics. But if you think that's it, no, because the show is going to go on. Because I know I love to drive people crazy, especially with variants. So does Dr. Scalpel. So let's get Arcus out. Now this one I'm conflicted about. This is one where I wish I did have another body because, well, I like the Green Man and I like Arcus. Okay, he comes with all the same stuff, so we won't go into all that again. But let's take him out, that head out, and we'll see after a close-up. You saw in the close-up, I left Arcus's head on. It makes me think more of his first appearance because the costume's a bit different than Amon-Sur or Abin-Sur or Tomare. It's the same body buck except a slight difference in the paint scheme. Not a big deal. I like the fact that it's a sculpted ring. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't swap out for the Green Man head, because when I remember the Green Man's first appearance, he should be bulkier. In other words, he should be a bit more wider than Arcus. But then again, his first appearance, he was pretty broad-shouldered too. But yeah, this is one of the ones where I will eventually track down another Green Lantern body. I have a couple ideas where to find one. I won't go crazy and buy another collector's edition body, but I will try to find another Green Lantern that's more affordable, and we will have him eventually. Because that is a nice face sculpt. That is so nicely detailed. The difference in the colors of the top. I mean, and it matches the Green Lantern energy. Look at that. That is a proper Green Lantern. This is nice. So as a collector's edition go, have fun with your pick. Good luck finding spare bodies. But I do recommend these guys. Now, we have one guy left. We've got good old collector's edition number 26, Simon Baz. And this is where a little bit of a commentary comes in. Because I know you're thinking it's easier to just do a body, same body buck, do a variant. So Todd, I understand why you did Power Ring. However, we're doing Green Lanterns, right? Why not do his partner came out at the same time? Why not do Jessica Cruz as the variant? You'd have had people going as crazy as the Wonder Woman variant that came out years ago. I am just saying, we're going to want a Jessica Cruz. We're also going to want a Kat Matui and an Arisa. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm not going to open up both right now. But let me see. Who do I want to open up first? Well, just to change it up, because I also like driving certain collectors out there. I never take it out of the package collector. It's so much fun to watch them wince. But as I said before, if I take this guy and do this with Dr. Scalpel's help, and I cut, and I cut, and I cut. Well, you mint in package, people. Well, guess what? If you keep yours mint in package, it'll be worth more, or so you think. And that's something I find is kind of funny, is all these people who look for mint in package. I understand, for example, the He-Man, the Motu He-Man collectors. Not everyone back in those days kept stuff in packages, so it's rare to find them in packages. Nowadays, you have so many collectors now who just collect to keep the package and never take them out. There's not going to be the same kind of high-end value as you would find with the old, say, Motu Micronauts, for example. Cops figures in package, good luck finding those. So why not just enjoy them? Take them out. It's not like they're not produced enough. Okay, the variants, I understand you might want to keep the variant in its package. Because if you go to McFarlane's page, you'll see you buy a case, you get like 6 of the regulars and 1 variant. So it's like 1 in every 7. But still, take them out every now and then. So I'm going to finish taking Power Ring out, and we'll be back after his close-up. Well, you saw in the close-up, he's not a bad-looking figure. Now, I'm not normally a big fan of faceplates. If you watched my Huntress review, you know I wasn't happy how the faceplates made the head like this. But when it comes to Power Ring or Simon Baz, they're not bad. And the reason why I say that is I took off his face here, okay? It actually blends in nicely this time. It's a good faceplate. They actually go in nicely. It actually works. This faceplate actually works because it's made to fit the mask shape. So let's get into it, shall we? A couple good things, couple of bad things. Typical bad thing, ankle problems, again. The diaper is a bit rubbery, which concerns me for like long term. How is this going to weather long term? I mean, 20 years from now, I'm just going to start falling apart, which would be weird looking, having this figure with no like lower torso. Just something I noticed. The ring is sculpted on. It's a flat sculpt though, not as well detailed. But overall, not a bad figure. These bases do suck. But yeah, I'm happy with them. And if you're wondering why I didn't open up the other one at the same time and do a comparison, I'm not going to be that guy. It's the same body. Repaint. Simple. I'm not going to go there and go, I need to open up both of them and show you both of them. It literally is the same body, same accessories. Well, the other Green Lanterns was different because there's a difference in the designs, and plus the fact it's foreheads. Another reason is I kind of want to build a crime syndicate. You know, I have the Ultraman with the goofy face from the 2-pack. I've got the most recent Owlman. I don't have the Owlman that in the black outfit, which is the cooler one that came with the Bill the Starro. Actually, I don't have any of the Bill the Starro guys. I should make a list of all the DC multiverse that I don't have and want, because there have been a few that I don't want. I don't want the Batman Kong, because I saw the Kong, it's horrible. I don't want the Flash Titano 2-pack that's coming out. I did not buy the Superman Doomsday, because that Doomsday was garbage. I also didn't buy the Batman Nightmare Batman 2-pack. See, I don't buy everything. No comment from the editor. But let's get back to the figures, shall we? There he is. I'm not sure which face I'm going to leave. Actually, hold on. I think I made up my mind. Just because he's powering, and he's a bit of a smug guy. There we go. Let's swap on the smug face. Actually, it's what I had on for the close-up anyway, but I decided to put the regular face back on for the little commentary here. Yeah, so overall, not bad. Sorry for the coughing again. One thing I've never liked about powering, that... Okay, I know when the original Power Ring came out, it was supposed to be a light effect. It just looks like a weird flat butterfly. I think it's time Power Ring gets a new symbol. Just saying, DC Comics. And that's pretty much it for the show. I do have a little bit of commentary, I promised. Okay, Todd, when are we going to get the Kamatui Green Lantern? She is an important character in Green Lantern history. So is Arissa. Why not give us those? I'm just saying. We need more female action figures. I think you've been proven by all the fans, female action figures, if they're done right, sell. Wonder Woman, sold. Well, not the movie ones, but still. Catwoman, sold. You know, even the variant that's hard to find, the gray Catwoman one that's hard to find, people want it. That's a hint, Todd. Start making more women action figures, because there are a lot of great action figures out there that are women. For example, in the Wonder Woman series, why not do an Artemis? For the Teen Titans, I still think I want a George Perez Teen Titans look with the Wonder Girl in the red suit. That would be nice to have. There are so many potentials out there that maybe we could cut back, even though I hate saying this, we can cut back on some Al Jordans. We can cut back on a few Batmans, because I know you love your Batmans, Todd. I know. But let's just have a bit more variety. Let's have some other women characters. I'm still waiting for a Maxima. Think about it. I can dream, but I definitely, like most people out there, I want to see a variety of figures. DC has got such a big universe of characters to use. And I'll give you credit. I have heard you're doing a Jade. But if you're doing Jade and you're going to make a Platinum, is the Platinum going to be her brother Obsidian? Just saying. But that'll be it for the Green Lantern Palooza. So next week, I have no idea what to look at yet. I'm still tempted to do the Court of Owls. I am tempted to do the digitals. I also got Batman Beyond. I got Batman in the Base Hand. Superman. I might do him next week, just to get away from some of the Batman stuff for a while. And by the way, when it comes to digitals, Todd, digitals are cool. I kind of like them. But I have to literally pick up the variant of a digital. This one, I don't know yet. We'll find out next week when I actually decide what I'm going to open up next. But that's it for now. I hope you like this slightly longer show of Green Lanterns and Sinestro. Let me know what you thought. Please hit like. Please subscribe. Comment and share. And if you have some spare Green Lantern bodies, let me know. Because I have some spare heads I want to use. I have a whole bunch of ideas for some more customs. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So as always, my fellow toyaholics, do your best to stay healthy. I'm doing my best to stay healthy. And of course, when you get 2 front of the shelf action figures in one show, it's a good way, of course, to stay happy. Yes. Yes. And even though we have ankle problems and this base sucks, the fact that I have the variant, it's a nice little thing to help me stay positive. And of course, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones. Join us next week for another show. Just saying. And as always, keep buying action figures. Oh, and one little sad note here. As you know, anyone who's watched my show in the past, my buddy Nick, who has a comic book store in Vancouver called The 8th Dimension, has been going through a lot in the past year. There was road work blocking his store. His sales dropped. He was going to close a while ago. That's why I stopped mentioning him. He managed to keep the store open and going. The sad news is February 2025 we'll see the final close of 8th Dimension. So if you're anywhere in the Vancouver area at all, please go to 8th and Main, stop into 8th Dimension, buy some stuff, help Nick get the place emptied out before he shuts his doors forever. And Nick, I'm really sorry to see you go. It's a sad day for Vancouver, for comic book collectors, graphic novel collectors, and of course for action figure collectors. I wish you all the best, buddy. And if you do have a comic book store, I do recommend support it, help them out, because we need those kind of stores. I mean, for example, here in Canada, there's no Target. I can't go to Target and toy hunt. Walmarts in Canada have butt kiss when it comes to DC Multiverse, at least here in the Ottawa area. Toys R Us in Canada, well, they're starting to get some stuff in, but it's not the same. So I rely on stores like GameStop and comic book stores to pick up these rare action figures. Even in Ottawa, we're down to like one comic book store that's in Nepean, which is so far I can't even get to anymore. There's another comic book store that's downtown, but they only sell comics, and they're not that great. So do your best to support your local stores. For example, my buddy Shane, my brother from other group of parents. Shane goes to, let me see, Sub City Comics, a comic book store I've mentioned so many times. If you're in Ireland, anywhere, go to Sub City. Support these guys. These are great guys. I've gotten stuff from them before, some Irish comic books, really good. And Shane, by the way, I really appreciate the fact that you and I do action figure trades. Something I love. If you're in London, of course, it's Forbidden Planet. You're in Glasgow, Castle Comics, you go there. And if you are in Vancouver or Burnaby, in that area, well, once 8th Dimension is completely gone, your best bet is to support another store that I also support, is of course Tasmanian Comics. And if you're like me, your best supply of action figures is going to be GameStop. And that's it. Enough of my ranting and raving for today, but do your best to take care of each other, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive, support your local stores, and once again, like, subscribe, comment, share. And I would love to find someone in the States that I could do the kind of stuff I do with Shane. Because, for example, I don't think we're going to be getting Wildcat Orion anytime soon here because it's a Target exclusive. I don't know. We'll have to go and wait and see what happens. But until then, do your best. Take care. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the week that's coming up. And we'll see you next Friday for something. Take care, everybody. This is the Bearded Toyaholic saying, have a good weekend.